Y'all, I am so excited because, well, I'm gonna fangirl here for a little bit because I found this new channel. This is not a new channel, but it's new to me, called Chronically Crochet. If you're not interested in crochet, you probably aren't interested in the rest of this video. However, I would like to tell you that she has ME/CFS and POTS, and she likes to crochet. I just felt like I found my soul sister. I don't even know that I've heard what her actual name is, and I'm gonna link her in the channel, and then maybe she'll find this and we'll be like, whatever. Okay. So I would like to say that I picked up crochet because I saw this picture. I'm gonna drop in the video. Like, maybe I can do one of these things and post that picture. Let's see if that works out. If it's blank, you'll know it didn't. And I was like, oh, holy moly. I'm not even that big of a Star Wars fan, but that is the cutest thing I have seen in my entire life. The cutest. Then I found out that Disney went and was like, sorry, that is licensed, and I don't care that you're a small business pattern maker, you can't have our licensed whatever, and they made her take it down. So like a handful of people got this pattern ahead of time, and I thought, oh man, I'm gonna have to. I knew the basics of crochet from my grandmother. I did not know whether or not it would crash me. It can crash me. If I don't pay attention to my body, it can definitely crash me. But I started researching everything I could about how to make crochet ergonomic and doable for me in my current situation here from bed, from like propping my elbows up on pillows to trying various different hooks with various different handles to make sure I didn't hurt my hands. I even changed my grip from a pencil grip to knife grip so that I could crochet a little better with my chronic illness and the pain in my hands and whatever. I've always had pain in my hands long before I've had ME/CFS. I think it's just I don't know what it is. But I thought, I am going to teach myself how to crochet various Amigurumi things, which is what those kind of stuffies are called in the crochet world. And I am going to figure out one way or another how to make this child. My first Amigurumi that I made came out of the Monsters 2 book. It is the sock monster, and he turned out so cute. And it made me so obsessed with making stuffed toys that I was officially bit by the crochet bug. But I also learned in making all the various different shapes in him that figuring out how to make this child the way that it looked in the picture was going to be a monumental task for me. And I'm not sure cognitively I will ever be in a place where I can write a crochet pattern. If it's a circle, I think I could do it. But beyond that, I don't think I could. Well, lo and behold, I went and followed, her name is Allison Hoffman. I don't know if I said that before. The lady who made the child crochet pattern. And she also makes all kinds of other pop culture things like Post Malone, and I think she even has a Lizzo. She's done Pee Wee Herman. I think she just released a Mr. Rogers pattern that I would love to do. Anyway, lo and behold, several months later, Allison Hoffman from Crafty is Cool released this teddy bear pattern with alternate ears, like, say, rabbit ears that you could do in green and put on the side of your teddy bear if you really wanted to. You get what I'm saying here? She like released it, but she didn't release it. You know what I mean? So I was like, I am buying this sucker right now, and hopefully it will not get taken down. And I finally got to go to Joann a couple of weeks ago and get the supplies. And I'm probably gonna have to post a picture and editing of this. Like, you know, my last video said I was gonna keep it simple, and then I don't think I'm gonna be able to get him in frame because he is a lovely size. Is he not the cutest child you have ever seen? I am in love. And she even included instructions on how to do some shaping, which is where you pull the yarn in tight to make like his ears go in. You even did it here on the side, little wrinkles on his head, but that's not the best part. I'm gonna undo his little button robe here. I'm gonna have to make the teddy bears and multiple iterations of said child / baby Yoda. Is that not the cutest little stuffed butt you've ever seen in your life? Okay, so a few things that I have learned now that I made him. Number one, the yarn is a 4-gauge yarn, which is pretty standard for like a worsted weight yarn, if you're a crocheter and that means anything to you. She used a size 5 hook, and that left a whole lot more holes open for stuffing than I am particularly capable of. So the next time I make this guy, because trust me, I think there's going to be one for my brother who's never going to watch this. And then, of course, we have to have one at our house at some point. So there are many more of these that are going to be made. I would do it in a smaller hook, but I don't know how much smaller that will make him. But if you look at this guy, which was when I was using a size 4 hook on worsted weight, you really can't see through that at all. So that's what I'm going to do differently with Yoda next time. And also, my daughter helped pick out the green yarn for this, and I was like, pick me out a Yoda green, and I like it, but the one of the ones that was on the original Yoda in the picture that I showed you had a color more like this. This is light sage, and it's just a red heart super saver. So I think I'm gonna do it in that next time. I had to get, it took a whole skein of this to make the robe, pretty much. A whole skein of this to make the robe. This is the Pipsqueak, and where is the color? Chocolate. That's easy enough. Pipsqueak and chocolate. It took a whole skein of this, but the skein that I have elsewhere that was the collar, I could probably get at least 4 or 5 more robes out of that. And I believe, although I can't find my extra green yarn, I could probably get a second Yoda out of my skein of green yarn. I think so. Other things that I used, you'll notice, he has 30mm eyes. And those are the eyes that look like a, let me pull this out. Those are the eyes that have a little screw on the back, like this. The safety, they're called Saftey Eyes if you want to search them on Amazon. My Joann did not stock Saftey Eyes this big. Neither did my Hobby Lobby. And I don't think Michael's did either. I think I checked all 3 of those. So I ended up having to order the Saftey Eyes with that and that. I ended up having to order a 50-pack of these on Amazon for $13.99, which is more than the yarn cost to make the actual Yoda. So maybe go in with some crochet buddies or make 25 Yodas. Anyway, also the other thing that I was very curious to know how to do, because Allison Hoffman is known for doing lots of cute little shading like this on faces, she recommended using makeup blush, and I don't have a pink. These cheeks don't need any extra pink. I did not have a pink blush, so I used something out of my stash, which are these Jane Davenport. I used her pink palette pastels and brushed that on, and it says to set it with hairspray, but I don't have hairspray, so it's not set on there. We will see how that goes. So that's my current crochet obsession. I can't wait to go check out this other person's channel who has ME and pots. Hopefully she can share some other things about crocheting while bedbound. I will say it is an awesomely cheap way to make presents because these yarn, when you get them on sale, are like $2.99, and I almost got 2 Yodas out of this. So you do the math. And I will say, part of what I said to myself when I was going to crochet is that I was going to find what could fit my hands and invest in the proper tools to be able to do it from bed. Because if I just used your regular old crochet hook, there's no way my hands could survive that. So for example, here is a 3.25 Susan Bates crochet hook. My hands would be done in 1.5 minutes. So friends, save up your money and invest in a Furls crochet hook. It is worth it. I tried everything I could to get out of purchasing Furls crochet hooks because they are super expensive. I made my own polymer handles and tried to bake it, and like I couldn't get that to work for me. So I have decided to treat my tools like I treat my mobility aids. I would not be able to crochet if it were not for ergonomic crochet hooks. So I wait until Furls puts a sale on their Odyssey hooks, and then I purchase Odyssey hooks in whatever my next big project is. Excuse my dog. And these Furls Odyssey crochet hooks. I tried the cheaper wooden hooks. In fact, I made Yoda with this wooden hook. However, they are ever so slightly, let me see if I can back up, longer in the shaft up here. And that, with my relatively small hands, I ended up grabbing the hook closer to up here and not on the thicker spot. And it's just not as good of a fit. I'm telling you this now, and hopefully you have watched to the end of the video, because if you go and subscribe to Furls, I'll put the link below, I don't remember. If you subscribe to their email, they occasionally have sales, and Labor Day is probably going to be one of those sales, and it is September 1st. So this coming weekend, you should be able to get maybe 20% off, I think is the most coupon I've ever seen them do, 10 or 20. It is 100% worth it if you have problems with hands. They're weighted, and it's not too heavy. Like, I could tell you, I can get exhausted really quick at crocheting. They're not too heavy, and they help you slide in and out. They have helped my tension. It has helped my hands. I cannot say enough. People are like, is it really worth it? It was really worth it for me. So I treat these like my mobility aids. Having said that, I also look for projects that fit the crochet size, hook size that I have, with the exception of these two that I just bought recently because I want to do one of the people Amigurumi from Another Crafty is Cool pattern, because I also love the way her patterns are written. That Yoda pattern was super easily written out, super easy to understand, had lots of really good illustrations. I highly recommend her and her patterns and these hooks and Chronically Crochet's YouTube channel. So maybe you're into crochet, maybe you're not. I hope you enjoyed this. If you like it, give it a big thumbs up, and maybe I'll do some crochet videos in the future.